read you a very telling statement by John W. Robbins. He's a Reformed theologian. The Catholic Church has never given up the hope to reestablish. What does reestablish mean? Must have lost it, right? The Catholic Church has never given up the hope to reestablish the medieval union of church and state. So are church and state united today? No. She needs to reestablish it, right? With a global state and a global theocracy as its ultimate goal. The Roman church state is a hybrid. A monster of ecclesiastical and political power. What kind of power? Ecclesiastical and what? Political power. Its political thought is totalitarian. And whenever it has had the opportunity to apply its principles, the result has been bloody repression. If during the last 30 years it has softened its assertions of full, supreme, and irresponsible power and has murdered fewer people than before, such changes in behavior are not due to a change in its ideas, but to a change in its circumstances. Folks, because it has a deadly wound. Notice what he continues saying. The Roman church state in the 20th century, however, is an institution. This is not a Seventh-day Adventist. I don't think he interprets Revelation 13 the way we do. But he says, the Roman church state in the 20th century, however, is an institution recovering from a mortal wound. If and when, we would not say if, we would say when, but he says if and when it regains its full power and authority, it will impose a regime more sinister than any the planet has yet seen. What's going to happen when the beast receives the sword once again? It is going to have worldwide dominion, and it is going to persecute it like it did in the past, no matter what it might appear like right now. By the way, Dave Hunt caught this. He wrote a book called A Woman Rides the Beast. Now, a lot of the ideas in that book I don't agree with, because I think there's a lot of error. But one thing that he gets straight is that the woman that rides the beast represents the Roman Catholic Church. And the beast represents the civil powers of the world. He got that right. Now, notice what he says. Do you remember we spoke about this system being the harlot? Notice what Dave Hunt says. Why do world leaders want to get in bed with the Vatican? Do you notice the fornication metaphor being used there? The heads of state in today's world all recognize that the Pope wields a power which in many ways is even greater than their own. It is not only Catholicism's 900 million subjects and enormous wealth that causes the world's most powerful governments to cultivate friendly relations with the Roman Catholic Church. It is because Vatican City's citizens are found in great numbers in nearly every country. They constitute an international network that reaches into the inside circles of the world's power centers. Malachi Martin wrote a book, very famous book, The Keys of This Blood. He speaks about three systems that are vying for the dominion of the world. Capitalism, communism, and Roman Catholicism. And I want you to notice what he says. This is a Jesuit priest. By the way, he died under mysterious circumstances. Notice what it says in The Keys of This Blood, page 18. There is one great similarity shared by all three of these globalist competitors. That is communism, capitalism, and Roman Catholicism. Each one has in mind a particular grand design for one world governance. What do each one of them want? One world what? Governance. Their geopolitical competition is about which of the three will form, dominate, and run the world system that will replace the decaying nation system. And then in some chilling words on page 16, he tells us this: no holds barred. Because once the competition has been decided, the world and all that's in it, our way of life as individuals and as citizens of the nations, our families and our jobs, our trade and commerce and money, our educational systems and our religions and our cultures, even the badges of our national identity, which most of us have always taken for granted, all will have been powerfully and radically altered forever. No one can be exempted from its effects. No sector of our lives will remain untouched. Nobody who is acquainted with the plans of these three rivals has any doubt but that only one of them can win.